know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Bortles now on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Mike 39, Lucy. Green 80. Green 80. Green is up.
Bortles to throw on second down. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Hey, spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right, smack. Okay.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Broncos. Goes 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Green 80.
Into the red zone. It's Bortles. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley. And now it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Set. Green 80.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, they're back to where they started, 3rd and 10.
Green 80. Green 80. Green is on. Green is on.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Cannon Balaj. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Now it's Darnold. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And he spots Henderson open left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. 12 more yards there and another first down. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. To him right up the gut. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Oh, twisting away. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Bortles now to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Green 80. Green 80.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Sutton drilling it in on the left side. And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On 2nd and 10, Darnold over the middle. He finds Henderson complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, a 22.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And they'll go on the ground. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
On 2nd down, Darnold. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Green 80. Lucy. 372. Green is good.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 39 that time. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. He'll rifle this one deep right side into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Now loose football. The ball comes out, but it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Lucy.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He'll get it up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Green 80. Omaha.
Here's Bortles to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And McManus able to put it through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Patriot! Back 99 Philly, here we go! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10.
11. Set. Green 80.
Bortles going to throw. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
What part of it went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Watch him now, Barney! Over!
Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
Here's Darnold. He may try and run for this. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Now they try the right side here. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So they boot it through, and now we're all square after 2 quarters of play.
And what's that great term you taught me? They're levered over in the second half.
Game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And Denver getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Green 80. Green 80. Move. Here we go. Here we go. Green assist.
A final shot before half for Bortles. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
All right, now, look at 56.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Gun!
Here's Darnold now on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Detroit!
Darnold from the gun. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On first down, Darnold. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think I think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To the air again, Darnold buying time to us, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got his man, Boyd. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A 1st down throw, Darnold. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Green 80. Green 80. Sponge. Go. Right 6, 33. Hey, spread left. Green inside.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Green 80. Omaha.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And that's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Broncos on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Bortles. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Boyd. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Broncos coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
372, 380, 380. Hank.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Taco Charlton in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Hey, 54, Ricky. 372. Move.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Marquette King now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, spinning away. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some. Yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. first down. Scott. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a handoff looking right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Lucky 56.
Darnold down to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Back to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Broncos in their hurry up, trying to get to their positions and get set quickly.
Move. Lucy.
Back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The Broncos on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
380. Lucy. Move.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
380.
Now Bortles got to have this one. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Another costly turnover, their second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
But it's football.
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Jets, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that boy rocks.